What? Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, man, what are you drinking there? I'm drinking this. You're drinking that. We drinking. This is. I be
Pretty
drinking.
sure there's some water
I
in
be
here.
drinking. I be drinking. I be drinking. Yo, this is Savage AF. We are here as per scheduled. 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check this out. We're on weekdays, Monday through Friday. That's what we do. And I am Shang. Who that be? Who that be over there with the colorful, beautiful hoodie? I think that Black Pedro.
That's me, Black Pedro here, y'all. Savage AF, man. Forget your feelings. Facts matter. Like Shang said, we are here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that's live on YouTube and Facebook at the same damn time. Now, if you ever miss us live, you're a piece of shit. Like,
wow, man, you coming out, you coming in hot. Listen, you're not a piece of doo-doo crap. You're not a piece of doo-doo.
Well, you would be, but you could redeem yourself. You could uncrap yourself if you go to our YouTube channel.
You can uncrap. Is that possible?
Uncrap yourself.
Is that possible to uncrap?
Like undo the doo-doo.
Like once
undo-do.
Yeah, once you do, you can't undo the do. I mean,
undo-do.
You know,
go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/SavageAFWorld, all one word. There we have all our shows archived, and when you get there is some work to do. Okay, it's not just
It's not just you
do
just go there and do
don't
that
just be staring.
Right? Yeah, don't just do that, but do this.
Weird.
Yo, that's what you do. Make sure you click on that, and you know what else helps us is the thumbs up. The thumbs and the thumb, the thumb, the da 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 da. The thumbs up, and then that way we can let you know when we are doing what we do, so you know what you do while we doing what we do. That's what we do, so you know that it's happening. What we do when you do what you do.
That's what it is, y'all.
See how I said
Savage AF, man. Yeah, and not everybody gets down with the YouTube. Some of you may have been banished from the platform,
right?
Like a wayward wizard. Yeah, like a wayward wizard.
Banished. You've been banished.
You have been. You were doing dark. You were practicing dark magic, so they banished you from wizard school.
I was.
Yeah. So, for those who are YouTube averse or YouTube phobic, you can catch us on the Book of Face. If you look up Savage A. F. Okay, there's periods in between the A and then after that, right? So Savage A.F. You know what it is. And that's where we are on the Facebook. Also, keep a comedian alive for the price of one click of a follow button.
Right.
You can help to feed a comedian's ego. On the Instagram, on the IG, on the IG,
down there,
as I call it. You see it right here?
It's right here too. Follow at Black Pedro and follow at Comedian Shang. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. I ain't trying to file no threats. I ain't trying to, say threaten you, but if you don't follow us, something could happen.
Ouch.
That can happen to you. I'm not putting that in the wheelhouse, but I'm just saying, if you don't do that,
what it is. Savage AF, man. We thank y'all for being here. I see y'all building in the building while we build this. Bronda, no other Miranda. What up, though? Damani Jones. Hey, new name. I haven't seen this one. Doug Rains. Hello from East Tennessee. Welcome to America, sir. Yes. Oh, man. You know what we do, man. Savage AF. Forget your feelings. Facts matter. I guess it's about time for us to get into the show. We should probably.
I guess so. I think we should start. Why not?
It's Tuesday. Cheers, guys. It's Tuesday. Some people like tacos on this day. Do what you gotta do. It's February 7th, 20 Deuce Trey in the time-space continuum. We're gonna end today's show with the Shangry. Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more.
Well, yeah, that part right there. So
Kick in the doorway.
I'll explain it.
I'm sure you will.
Yes, I will.
Hope there's no guns involved or whippings.
Well, there can't be no guns involved with me because I'm fucked up in the game. But I'm gonna tell you right now, when the whole snowstorm comes, and we know what I mean by the snowstorm. When they start going, well, we didn't win the election, we're gonna win anyway. Woo! Taking over. If we don't get our way, nobody gets their way. If that happens, guess what? It's gonna be illegal. Aftermarket holes be putting in people because I am not going out like no sucker with my dick in my hand.
All right,
I had to get that off my chest.
That was a lot. I'm glad
that was a lot. You said
that
was a lot.
Before that Shangry though, we got a Black Pedro popping. 3K a month.
What?
Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna let y'all know. Before we get into that, in just about a couple of hours from now, we got SOTU, the State of the Union. What has Robinette Biden done? Let's talk about it. Let's see, and maybe what he hasn't done. Let's see. But before we get into that, man, Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. That's our real motto. We try not to cuss in the first 5 minutes.
No, we're good now.
I said shit very early on.
You did very early. I think that was you were a little out of hand, and I want everybody to know that the views that are expressed by Black Pedro are not the views. Okay, fuck it. They are the views.
Sometimes they're not even my. Sometimes they're not even my own views. Sometimes it's just the liquor talking. You know what I mean? Let the liquor tell it.
Let the liquor tell it.
But before we get into this, man, actually, let's start it off today with the Dirty 13, Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. We now
Dirty 13. Dirty.
Yeah, we
plus one.
That's it. Yeah, we now have 7 more police employees. I'm not sure if they're all officers.
7. But there's 7
more police
more than that,
employees who are under investigation. Well, 7 more, as in addition to the 6 who already been fired, and the 5 who've been charged.
2 fire people and some.
It's like 3 fired people, but we're talking specifically within the police department, right? So specifically within the police department, you have 7 more investigations of employees, whether they be officers or some other role, which, obviously increases the number of people that may have been involved in Tyre Nichols' death in some sort of way. But I think it's showing that the situation goes actually beyond just the officers who were beating on Tyre and punching him, and who eventually killed him. But like you mentioned, Shane, there's also fire department people, but within the police department, we know that reports were falsified, right? Probably some sort of cover up was attempted.
Well, they were covering it up while they were doing it. Like, show me your hands. Put your hands up. I can't. My hands are handcuffed. Put your hands up. Stop rolling around. You just kicked me. I can't help but roll around. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Hey, man, I can't turn over. You know why I can't turn over? Because your foot is on my fucking neck, you bitch ass cop. So, and they are bitch ass cops. And I want you to know that I want to emphasize that, even though I think that, the other people should, what's weird about it? I found these cops' pictures, of course, easy peasy, but you know what? I've been trying to find the pictures of the other 7. Can't find them. Can find these.
Well, this is a brand new, sort of development. So I'm not even sure that we have that information yet, that has been released. Nothing.
But I have found the other picture of Whitey Brewster, who we know.
Now
a woman. I'm telling you, that's a woman.
It's a man.
No,
but okay,
baby.
Why won't this wig come off? So and also it is important to note that the 7 additional individuals are under investigation. So they haven't been charged with anything. They haven't been fired. I don't even believe they're on leave, but they are under investigation. So it is not an indictment of any of their behaviors yet, but it is indicative of a potential situation in which, you know, peripheral individuals
Well,
had something to do with his death or a cover up or
or a cover up.
misconduct
But
in
let
some
me
kind of
ask you
way
this though.
around the murder of Tyre Nichols.
This police chief, look at this.
CJ Davis. That's her name.
CJ Davis. Okay, let's put her in the mix. She won't be. I don't know if she's going to be added to that because she was aware of the Scorpion Squad, which she wanted to name it Tarantula Squad, but then they said, let's go with Scorpion.
The T-Rex unit.
Yeah, yeah. Let's name it called the Kick a
The
Nigga Down the Steps.
Velociraptor Squad.
But they had a town hall with her and they were asking questions. When I say they gave her the business, like the dude was asking, so wait a minute, so you trying to tell me you didn't know none of this activity, even though there was another brother that was actually beat by the same 5 cops 3 days before that, okay? And you're trying to tell me that? Well, I got to tell you something, okay? That's about my dick, you lying. And I was on her side at first because I thought, don't blame sisters. And I'm not blaming her completely because it is ultimately these niggas here fault. And you know the rumor about, yeah, he was fucking the dude's ex-wife and he was baby mama and all that other stuff. You know, it's like, come on.
Damani Jones is with us. He says, sweep the whole nation of police departments. Doug Raines says everyone there that night should be charged. And I think, Doug, that's what they're heading towards, or what these additional investigations are about. It's like, you know, because those five guys are like the tip of the spear. It's like, what about the staff? You know what I mean? Like that, you know, the whole spear is involved at that point. So and Tony Wright also says charge all of them. So I think
definitely charge all of them. But I'm saying not only charge all of them, but look at the whole, like, this is the one thing that she said that I do like. She said that policy eats culture for lunch. Okay. Or is it lunch? A culture? Yeah. Policy eats culture for lunch. Now, the one thing is you have to change the culture. You can write policy
of policing, man.
Of policing all day long. You could, because cops are gonna find a way around it. They're gonna say, "Oh man, I tripped, my body cam fell off. I didn't know. Pow, oh shit." Then the camera come back on and the motherfucker's head is lopsided. I get it, but what I'm saying is you got to change the culture of police. But I don't think you can change the culture unless you have accountability for these motherfuckers. You got to have to make them pay out of the pocket or go to jail straight off. When they do dirt like this, and it ain't just niggas, it ain't just these black men, because the white cops been doing this shit forever. So don't leave them out of the fucking hamster wheel of fuckery that we see with the police culture right now.
Well, and when you talk about culture, I mean, in any aspect, any culture, like what is culture? It's people. You know what I mean? Like, people create culture. So when you talk about changing the police culture, I think to Damani's point, and you know, I always say this, you guys know me, fire and rehire, is you have to change the people who are police right now, all across the nation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So you know, when we talk about changing the culture, I think ultimately you're saying let's change the people out, like change the people who are police, and then the culture begins to change along with policies and accountability. Doug Rain says, just think of the prison justice they will get when they go to prison. You know, the prisoners know what happened. Hard prison justice, yes.
Well, and it ain't just hard prison justice. They're gonna get hard dick. They're gonna get a lot of grape. They're gonna get so.
It's gonna be a vineyard in there.
It's gonna be a vineyard.
Whole lot of grape.
And it's like, you know, and face grape, backside grape, a lot of grape. But the bottom line is, if you look at the situation pertaining to how the cops have responded, all the cops that were supposed to be this blue shield, the motherfuckers never took their back. They didn't get their back. They didn't get their back at all. They're like, yeah, these are dirty cops. But I didn't hear none of these people speak out when there was a bunch of situations like that. Or the cops that, you know, shot. How many dead people do we have shot by cops because they didn't do anything according to policy? So it's because that was their culture. They feel like I could shoot a motherfucker and ain't shit gonna happen to me. because I have diplomatic immunity. Kafalava.
There we go.
Right,
Racism all around the world. Let's get it in there.
I just threw that in.
He just took us to South Africa for
South
a second.
Africa. Kafalava.
But yeah, we'll keep our eyes on this. But I think just the fact that additional investigations are going out to people who may have been on the scene but not directly involved in the beating of Tyre Nichols shows that it is, a sort of departmental and a cultural problem, right? Where
but is it across the board though?
Going up and down the chain, you got people behaving improperly.
We're gonna move on, but let me ask you something, Pedro, and I'm gonna ask the people in the feed. Do you think that obviously it's not just Memphis, it's not just New York, because we know New York cops are fucking horrible. Okay, half of them hate the blacks, the Jews, they hate them all. That's what they hate them.
Puerto Ricans, goddamn Puerto Ricans.
We got to hate the Ricans, the Dominicans.
What's the difference?
Yeah, they're all the same. They don't like them, but they hate them. But I'm saying, do you think that this is across the board? Do you think that this situation from this young man's death, which, by the way, every fucking indication he was the coolest motherfucker. He wasn't a bad guy. They always try to paint him as bad guys. There's nothing they can do with this one. With Tyre, do you think this is going to be the spark that'll cause the flame of cops to realize that they got to get their shit together? I want
No. You just have to.
All right, have to fire. Thanks a lot, Sunshine.
No, you have to fire all of these dudes,
and then you gotta let them all go.
And then go through a process of re-vetting anybody who wants to reapply. But state by state, city by city, town by town. And obviously I've said this before, not all at once. I'm not saying fire every fucking cop in the nation all at once, but yeah, man. Department by department, level by level. Everybody, chiefs, goddamn sergeants, lieutenants, all of them motherfuckers. Now, Tony Wright, I don't know who hurt you. All right, we want you to be safe out there. She said, you can't trust nobody. I'm like, damn, girl, that's...
Why did you say it?
Your family or nothing?
What was the tone?
She's got it in, it's in all caps. It's in all caps. So, I feel like there's emotion behind it. You know what I'm saying?
You told Harpo to beat me.
Yeah, as an actor, I'm taught to read the script. And when I'm looking at all caps, I'm feeling.
And you know what? And scene. I just feel like before we move on, this is the thing about it. I hope that it always takes the death of somebody. I think it took George Floyd's death for them to realize there are Caucasians and pigmentally challenged people that didn't realize, like, they really do that to Black people. That's just so sad. I did not know all this time. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, what's Jim Crow? I thought it was a certain kind of meal you get at
a bird.
restaurants. I thought
it was a bird.
Yeah, I was a bird named Jim.
A bird that plays basketball, like the Jim Crow.
Jim.
Likes to work out. It's a
Jim
Crow.
But no, I'm just telling you. I'm hoping that this is the spark. But you apparently are more what's the word I'm looking for? Pessimistic.
Man.
Yeah, you don't think it's cynical as shit?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, without, it's going back to culture, like without changing the people in there. Yeah, no, and unless we begin to see departments react like this, but they're not. This,
damn, Pedro.
You got to change the people out, bro.
Who hurt you, man? What you mean?
You can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody.
I personally think that it is going to spark some change. I think that we do need to fire a bunch of these motherfuckers and absolutely put them on the street. But then there's going to be a bunch of ex-mad cops on the street. So hopefully they get their ass arrested. But I just think that hopefully...
Give me the badge. I'll take care of them.
Damn. Damn, man. What do you think will happen in Memphis if these murders don't get the prison? Oh, Memphis is going to have problems. If these murderers don't get the time or they don't get prosecuted, like if they don't get convicted, it's going to be worse than George Floyd. I think it'll be worse than George Floyd's situation. And George Floyd's situation, people didn't react. It was so obvious. It just seemed like a slam dunk. This seems like a slam dunk, but you know how tricky to fucking court system is and go, well, his left foot was not on his neck at the
You
same
didn't cross
time.
all your T's, literally.
So
You
or you
misspelled
have
a word.
if you have a bad prosecutor, but we have.
No, I mean, I think this is as slam dunky as a case can get.
Is this from the top of the rope?
Yeah. You yanking back on that chest out. It's logo style dunk. You're gonna look like and one or some shit. But
you think it's a slam dunk then?
Absolutely. And Doug, to your question, I think that the main motivation behind the department and the city's reaction to this is that it was on tape. It is egregious, right? It is obvious what is going on here, right? I mean, they're holding a man's hand behind his back, got him cut, and holding him up and just mollywhopping his fucking face, right? So
what else they need to see?
There's no really getting around it. So but they had to. So they had to react this way because the album about to drop, the tape coming out, and they know that the people are going to tear this goddamn city up if nothing was done. So I think along those lines, I think they'll get the time that the sort of maximum time, whatever
the maximum time that you get for that. But it's the second degree murder. But you know what? DL Hughley, who, by the way, make sure you watch online DL Hughley's when he's hosting the Daily Show. Absolutely fucking murked that shit. But aside from that, shout out to DL Hughley. But he said that why is it that when you see us on tape and there's something we did wrong, they go, well, it's right there. It's right in front of your own two eyes. What are you, blind? But with cops, they go, yeah, but you don't know what happened.
You mean with white cops?
Yeah, with white cops. And apparently with cops in general, it's like, hey, we don't know what happened
before that.
So they gauge that when they do this shit. That's what they gauge. So
but here we did see what happened before that.
Yeah.
It was an overly aggressive, unjustified traffic stop.
And even they were unprofessional as fuck, but they was on some hood nigga shit like, motherfucker, get out the car, put your hand down, motherfucker, bitch ass nigga.
I mean, Doug says that they beat him like they was in a gang. You know what I mean? They ran up on him like, where your grandma stay? Hey, nigga, freeze, where your grandma stay?
First off, cuz, what color you wearing?
Nigga, what set you repping?
It was bullshit. We know it was bullshit. We know it was horrible, but I'm saying at the same time, when they get in prison, they gonna get the same shit, I think. Because once they
except that's gonna be a penis and not an elbow.
Yeah, wow.
It's not gonna be an elbow. That is going to be a penis.
Yeah, I just hope that this is a spark. Before we move on, and we're gonna move on, this is the last time I said, Pedro is on the other side of something for the first time pertaining to the way I think it, because I'm always much more pessimistic, and I still am not giving nobody their money unless I see Trump convicted, not just indicted, but convicted. I don't even think he's going to get indicted to the fullest extent for all the shit he's got, all these court cases. But Pedro says, no, it's not going to be the spark. They're not going to change the culture. It's not going to do anything. I'm thinking of with the death of Tyre and the way this is responding and the national attention and international attention, I think this is going to be the spark that's going to change all of this shit. I think that the cops is going to have to wake up and realize you can't do all this fuck shit and this stormtrooper Gestapo fucking jackboot bullshit that they do. They can't. Yeah.
Well, I really hate to burst your bubble there, Shang, as we move on. But,
I hate to burst your bubble, but
I don't have the details yet, but I did hear about a cop shooting a 15-year-old kid in the back in Gulfport, Louisiana. And I'm not sure exactly when it happened, but they wouldn't release it was in front of a Family Dollar store, and they wouldn't release the security footage after much pressure, from people like Ben Crump in the community. The store gave the footage to the police, and then the police released an edited, altered version of the footage. So that being said, while we're looking for this to be the spark in other places around the nation, it seems like.
You think it's still about that bullshit?
Same old bullshit, man. So this should be,
I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying.
This should be the thing that gets
the fucking thing where people see it and go, "This young man was beat to death." Period. The end. On tape by some fucking thugs. And I'm not I don't like to call black people thugs because there's all kind of other things going to it. But these particular police officers were on some bitch shit. And you know what I'm saying? And I hope that they get the full brunt of it. But what about all the lives that were fucking ruined? That's what I was thinking about. What about all the lives that were ruined by dirty ass fuckboy cops?
Yeah, man.
Fuck bitch ass cop. Take the badge off and let me see if you toughed in, bitch. I saw that in a movie. I wouldn't actually challenge. I'm too old now, but I was younger though. I could go. But now
It's about that life.
I just want nice linen, 3,000 count. And I
There you
just
go.
want nice linen, big booties. And I like peach juice and some peach juice. I've changed.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. Speaking of gangsters, is your president one or not? I don't know. State of the Union address tonight,
Yeah.
and you know, a lot of people we asked, what did Joseph Robinette Biden, what has he done? You know, that's what the State of Unions are about. It's like, hey, this is what's going on in the country. This is what I did, and this is what we're gonna do. I'm the boss, and this is how it's going.
I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss.
And you know, and you know, Joseph Robinette Biden might not be the most popular guy in the world. You know, and you know, his approval ratings aren't, you know, where one might.
But that's
want them
just
to be.
that's fuck shit. I'm okay. You go ahead and say what you gonna say. I'm gonna say what.
Well, no, I'm
but
you
his
know,
approval
but you know,
rating is on some fuck shit because of the people that they poll and everything else. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think he's the best, but he's not horrendous like these motherfuckers try to implement. And they always cock blocking him anyway too. So he's not the best, but he has accomplished a lot.
Well, I
more.
mean, okay, so you know what has Joseph Robinette Biden done so far?
There's a list. You want to go through the list, or you want to wait?
Yeah, hit him with some stuff, man. You know, I was gonna say he first of all he brought a lot of you know, relief and aid financially to people who were still suffering from, you know, fallouts due to the
COVID
pandemic shutdowns. Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, that was like a critical first move as he kind of walked through the door. I think the child tax credit is probably one of the biggest and most understated moves he made.
The infrastructure bill, even though it wasn't completely everything they wanted, they still rock with that.
It's gonna improve America's infrastructure,
right,
and create a lot of jobs.
The infrastructure bill created the most jobs in the history of any president. That's a fact. Fuck you, Trump supporters. He didn't make the deficit balloon like fucking Trump. Do you know that in the 4 years Trump was fucking president, the deficit has ballooned 25% in the more than in the history of the fucking deficit.
That's because Reaganomics don't work. If you give all the money to the rich people and then don't collect any taxes from them, they've proven over and over again that they're not going to give back to society.
You know what? Yeah, that's
they're
true.
Going to donate to some art fund or support the orchestra, symphony, and shit.
Amazon, they're not gonna get. Yeah, they're not gonna get the money back. And Amazon,
not feeding the kids.
Amazon be jacking their dick with the hands of the poor. They actually grab poor people's hands, go, yeah, shut up, rub it,
Stroke it.
And then they jack off in their face, and then they don't give them no towel to wipe it off.
Or any warning. You know, if you're gonna bust my face, it's like I'm about to come.
You should at least say,
and if they don't
move, something, or say, and make a noise, something, just not no silent. Gotcha, bitch.
My bad.
Shit. You okay? My contact lens. Fuck you. But I just really do think that people don't realize and he's gonna say it tonight. He goes like, I did this and I did that. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want him riding bikes often because the motherfucking I don't want that. But he has done more than people try to say he's done. And I know he's going to be pointing over at the Republicans going, you know, I did it. There's nothing you can say. You know it. Shut your mouth.
There you go.
Gee Willikers, snappy dappy. You know I did it. And
Sirius Just, welcome back. Yo. He says, most importantly, Biden doesn't actively get in the way of other people doing shit. I mean, you know, he's willing to reach across the aisle. Also, Sirius Just likes your new slogan, Shane. Jacking our dicks with the finger of the poor. That's Amazon's new tagline. All right.
that's the new tagline.
That's the new tagline
for Amazon. But I mean, let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this. I've asked people in the feed. Because the Republicans are so good at spinning negativity, And also, let's put it this way: it added a level of sanity compared to the fuckery from the fucking 4 years that we had previous. Like, even though he's not the best and he's not the fastest moving, and he's kind of a fuddy duddy, and he said G Willikers, and I'd like to take you behind the
bleachers,
and the bleachers, and I'd give you what for and what the and whack it to do and look at the.
I give him a good talking to. I did.
Yeah, but he's not.
No, right.
Right, but I mean, but he's not this motherfucker. He's definitely not this whiny bitch right here. So, do you think that and the people to feed, you can say it too. Do you think that because he did bring some semblance of like normalcy, not completely normalcy, do you think that is one of his selling points too? Because I think that's a selling point for me compared to the loser we had before.
It's going to be a selling point for normal people. You know what I mean? Like normal people, like normalcy.
Normal motherfuckers. Normal motherfuckers is like.
There's a decent percentage of people in this country that are just mentally, socially not normal motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So, that doesn't work. Now, let's play devil's advocate because we're Democrats, we support Biden, but what are the knocks against him? Now we do have to admit and recognize that inflation is a bit of a problem right now.
It's still better. It is still better, but it's
motherfuckers
that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault.
But motherfuckers organizing Ocean 11, Ocean 13 type of heists just to get an omelet in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right? No.
Egg prices through the roof.
But it wasn't his fault.
Gas prices were really, really high. But we know. I mean, that's not what they gonna say
before you move in, and then you come in the house. I go, it's your fault. No, the house was already fucked up. Same thing with Obama. When Obama came in, that shit was total fuckery. And they were like, nigga, you're not cleaning up the house enough. But every time I go to try to mop, you keep spilling shit behind me, bitch. Bitch McConnell was doing that shit constantly. We was constantly throwing salt in his game. So I don't blame. Nah. I know people try to blame it, but that's sucker shit. Come on. Okay.
The withdrawal from Afghanistan.
That was not done well at all. But how would it? I don't know. No, who would?
What was it? What was the good way to do it? Yeah, I mean, we've been there 20 years. Like,
I mean,
pull the plugs and
it was going to be on some fuck shit anyway. What are you talking about?
But these are the knocks that are going to come against him. Like, these are the things that, and even down to this past week with the spy balloon and shit, right? Like,
he should have got on it faster.
That's what's going to be said, right? So,
but that's just partisan fuckery, man. Come on, bro. Everybody knows that's just shit that they say, man. I mean, I'm not saying he's perfect. He definitely, and he wasn't my first choice. But I'm saying, I mean, so far he's done better than if Trump was still in office. Man, I'm surprised niggas wouldn't be free. I'd be like, what camp you going to, Pedro? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, they sending me to a place called Oklahoma's. You know what I mean?
I'll be in Montana.
There you go. And Serious just also said classified documents is a problem. But we all recognize that.
But if
that's going across multiple presidents now.
Yeah, that's incompetence. I think that's more incompetence than maliciousness. So
may not have even been him, right?
Right.
It doesn't seem like he was the one packing these boxes.
But we know that it was Pence. And we know it was Trump because Trump said, it's my stuff. It's my stuff.
Yeah.
It's my stuff. Mine. I'm allowed to have it. I can think about declassifying because I'm a wizard and I like stuff and I like to grab pussies. I mean, come on. We already know that shit. So, I mean, fuck them.
That's just like declassifying documents with your brain is like going, I just graduated college. Thought about it. Did it.
You know what?
Done.
Don't need to study. But no, I think those are knocks. But what I'm saying is the stuff he's trying to do, and there's even more than that. If you look at some of the stuff that they these are my two knocks. Not getting on it pertaining to voter rights, I think is some fuck shit. Acting a little too slow about that when you know that the right wing and the Republicans are on some cheat and fuck shit. And DeSantis wouldn't even be in there if he wouldn't have done a lot of redlining and redistricting. We know that's on some fuck shit too.
Oh, and lying. Just flat out lying.
And lying. Flat out lying. And also
killing a man, putting him in a closet, stealing his identity. I'm pretty sure that's what he's done. There's some closet somewhere with a dude tied up, bleeding out. Somebody's like, "What's that smell?" It's the real George Santos, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, you look
There's
at
some lady in New York. He's like, "Has anybody seen my husband, George?" And the motherfucker gone.
George, and they let shit like that happen. And
George, he met him at a discotheque. I know what he did. He downed him. He met him at a discotheque, slipped a Mickey in his drink, ate his booty, like literally for dinner, and then took over his life. I'm telling you, man. I know exactly what happened.
Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy, who's I know that every time if you were around him, all you could smell was Trump's balls.
Yeah, man.
We know that, but
what is that, schmegma?
Schmegma. Hey, what's that orange stuff on your face? Yeah, we know what that is. That's dick cheese from Trump. But we're gonna get flagged again. Here it comes.
It's all good.
But I'm just telling you right now, a lot of the stuff that he has done, infrastructure bill, even though everybody's like could be perfect. And Kevin, what's his name? The other bitch from West Virginia. What's that bitch's name? Well, I keep calling him a bitch. The Wiffle Waffle bitch, and I know Cinema.
Oh, you talking about Manchin?
Joe Manchin, who has many mansions off of the back of weak ass motherfucking backward redneck people in West Virginia. Go, oh, well, I like him. Yeah. I mean, they do a lot of that.
Laying down lane.
Yeah. So I mean, if you look at the way they roll, and I see some of the people that say in the feed, if you look at the way they roll, yeah, I give Biden. But again, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, and he's not. He's the furthest thing from that. But
his middle name's Robinette. Okay, the man has had to go through his whole life like this.
Yeah,
give him a break.
Hey, shut your mouth. All right, G. Willikers.
You know how long that's one of the middle names that you try and hide from your best friend. Like, hey man, what's your middle name? I don't have one. But it's an R in the middle. Shut up. I don't have no middle name. You know what I mean?
Hey, let's not talk about it.
And then your friend finds out, you're like, I'll kill you if you tell anybody.
But you can't say that about the president, and all of a sudden, what's that whizzing sound outside my window? Oh shit, that's a drone. It's a drone.
Send in the chopper. Get to the chopper.
Pedro, are they working on the windows? Not really. Look out the window.
But this movie, Jay Robinette's first address, State of the Union address, with your boy Kevin. My spine is made out of squid arms. McCarthy sitting behind him.
Such a bitch, Kevin McCarthy. And you know what? This is the wild shit. They said that Marjorie Taylor Greene, who wants to run for, she said she wasn't. I saw the thing of her on. It's called The Circus on Showtime, which is a great show. And she started.
I never get to watch that.
They start pressing her on questions like, "Yeah, but you did say this. Yeah, but you did say that." She's like, and that's what you people do. And the lady said, "What do you mean, you people? What you said it? We have it documented, video, bitch."
Who were they talking to?
They were talking to Marjorie Taylor Greene. She was on The Circus, and they gave her the business, and she started getting all irritated, wanted to get out of there. And then the lady pivoted and said, "Hey, let's just finish the interview, bitch. And when I get done, let's see what you got. Let's see
hands in the party." Yeah, you got shoulder game, but can you throw them though?
But Kevin McCarthy said that, and all the inappropriate shit she just asked, and she tried to correlate CRT with, Black Lives Matter and all kind of other shit because she's a fucking cunt. And she is like, if you look up cunt, you see that big shoulder whore right there, just shoulders. What's going on? What's going on? Anybody want to wrestle? My vagina has the grip of gods. Maybe that's not a bad thing, though. Would you fuck to Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Only out of pure hatred, like
out of pure hatred.
Yeah. Like I'd shove her head through prison bars, and she'd just be stuck and just
power drive
give her the man, just
see. And they call me the
with
dark,
hatred.
I'm the light-skinned nigga with a dark heart. What about Black Pedro?
It's called a hate fuck. I didn't make up the term.
Well, you took it to another level by putting her head through the prison bars. I would have never thought of that. As I wouldn't know. See, look, people said hard pass.
Colin Joe, Serious Justice. Colin Joe said that bitch MTG looks like the Green Goblin. She's like Willem Dafoe on a motherfucking floating disc.
She got an evil fucking face. But
and Serious Justice, don't think I want to fuck MTG, but it was just like let's say she had information or whatever, and you know, it was like a punishment fuck. Like I'd waterboard her with my dick, is what I'm saying. Like I would, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be fun for either of us, but it would be necessary
to get the information.
You know, to get the information, like to find out where.
So your dick is like a spy.
Well, I mean, well, you know, we need to find out where, you know, her Oath Keeper friends have the governor of Michigan tied up or whatever, right? And so it's like, well, you got one of ours, we got one of yours.
So,
goddammit.
So when you're gonna give me the information, Marjorie? Oh, the Jewish space lasers, shoot them.
I do her like Mike Tyson said to that reporter one time. He's like, if we were in prison, I'd fuck you till you love me. Like it'd be that kind. Like it wouldn't be out of love.
It wouldn't be no sexy like
yeah. It wouldn't be like
wine or something. It'd be like yeah, wow. I'll fuck you till you love me. Yeah, you bitch. You nothing but a bitch. What?
Damani would do it for $80. You fucking up the game, dog. Know your value. You can get more than that. Bro.
I'll take her down for $80. What? Who do we have watching this fucking show?
Nigga, that's just gas money.
I'll fill up my tank after I fill her up with my tank. What
Hilarious.
is going on?
For $80.
Wow. You know what? I just want to say this is taking a turn.
Yeah. I didn't expect that. This was about the State of the Union, right? How did we get to hate fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene for $80?
I asked, and you took it to put her head between the bars, and then Damani's like, I do it for $80. And
we need a director on this show. Somebody in control.
I'd do that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
But
that was like the funniest thing in RoboCop.
The State of the Union tonight. We're going to talk about it tomorrow because we haven't watched it yet. And I'm gigging tonight. I'm gigging. That's hilarious. I'm doing
catch a stop.
Yeah, I'm doing a spot at the Left Chuckle Hut. I'm doing some other bitch ass. I got some good gigs coming up, but I got some horrendous gigs coming up. But they're giving me the bag. So guess who will be in there telling jokes?
Throw it in the bag.
You know, it's like the monkey with the little tambourine. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So, let's see what the State of the Union works out to be like. Let's see if Biden comes out swinging. Yeah, you Trump supporting insurrectionist cunts. Who wants some? Come get some. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with it. And Damani, $80. You need to okay.
Know your value, man. You know your.
And hey, guess what? Oh, by the way, we also want to let the audience know that the trolls that we have, and we do have trolls. We've had some Russian trolls. We've had some other trolls. We've had some bitch ass trolls, and we welcome you trolls with open arms. And I don't mean,
open bear trap.
I don't mean actual arms.
That I hope you step in.
I mean arms, like open arms, like and you know what? And I know I wasn't going to say this anymore, but I'm going to say this in this situation. We got one person that's in the feed. Tell your moms I said what's up.
Yeah, got your ass.
Yeah.
Got your ass. Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Fuck trolls, too. We're going to keep it pushing, y'all. And as we do, I'm going to get a little something like this.
Hey. It's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin', man. So, you know me. Do you? I came across an article from CNBC, and it was talking about how much money you would need to save up to retire at 65 and earn $65,000 per year just off of your interest. Okay. So you save money, you put it in the bank, the money earns interest, right? Because the bank's using it to give house loans and whatever kind of shit and bankrupt America. But whatever, the bank's using your money to make more money. So you get some of that money back, right? You get some interest on your money. And at some point, this article talks about the threshold in which that money would generate $65,000 a year, and you could just live off of that. Now, a few baselines that they factored in, like they didn't, they're not accounting for any money you might earn from a 401k or any other investments or anything like that.
What about IRA? What about IRAs or
they're not talking about any of that. So it's none of that.
Just take that out.
I mean, you can have it all out, but this is just how much cash you should save and put in the bank and have by the time you're 65 in order to live just off of the interest at $65,000 a year. Also, they're assuming that you're going to retire at 65 and that you have $0 saved right now. Okay.
But what
if
age
you were
to start though?
Well, that's on you, right? So what they did say that what they did say is that if you're at age 25, you would have to save about $1,100 a month. It was like $1,080 something.
That's a lot, man.
You'd have to save $1,100 a month when you're 25. Okay. By the time you're 30, that's up to like $2,500 a month. By the time you are 40, which I am well over now, it's like $3,000 a month, dog, that I'd have to start putting away in order to reach the magic number of, Shang, how much do you think you would need to earn $65,000 in interest? Oh, they're also not factoring in like inflation or interest rate hikes or anything like that, right? So just
how much would I need?
Anybody, the base person. What do you think the number is? It's more than that, I'll tell you. Much more than that. It's 2.1 million is what they say you would need in the bank to earn $65,000.
That's retarded. I mean, the average person. I mean, what are they talking about? Like, hey, a new car and a pregnant girl. What the fuck?
Well, that's what this kind of highlighted for me is like, when people are like, "Are you ever going to stop doing comedy?" I'm like, I can't. I will never be able to stop working. I'm gonna have to. He worked to the day he died. He had to.
Yeah, no,
that nigga owed rent.
Okay, so I can't. I know the position I'm in, but I know how much I have saved. I have $75. I think it's $75, $76 saved in my one account. Then in my other account, I have $250,000. So
there you go.
I don't know
Get
which one. See, no.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to, 8 tuple that or whatever. Like,
you
need like 8. But
I went house shopping, and I don't know if I want to do that because this business is so up and down. And I was like, man, what if like I have a really bad year? It'd be like then I'm evicted from. And the average house in Cali is around 650, but the ones I looked at,
bro, that is a 1.5 bedroom.
No, it was 2 bedroom.
Half bath.
2 bedroom, 3 bedroom was like went up to 750 to 850. And I also looked at condominiums, which I was suggested, and condominiums were very, 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 very nice. 3 bedroom, but it's out. It's a little further out. And then
and those aren't cheap either. Those are like going like 500 shit. You know what I mean? Some of those are like 300, 350.
No, they up there. So
Serious Jess says his daughter sings the Black Pedro Poppin' theme song. Thank you. I might have to turn it into a ringtone and sell that motherfucker to her so I can get this savings going. And
so
Serious Jess also says.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and like Jess says, that's if you don't encounter some unexpected expense or draw a lawsuit, as savage AFers tend to do sometimes. But yeah, man. So that that's my new. And what's funny? I've always had in my mind that if you gave me $3 million, I would be fine for the rest of my life. So I'm actually kind of relieved that all I need now is $900,000 less than that, and I'll be fine.
No, so it depends on if you live. It is a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and they were saying that you live at a certain means and you have a chunk of change so you can go do your thing. So you can have a pregnant girl jump out Ha
Hey, a brand new baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. No dad.
Yeah.
Because I had no guidance in this
I ain't
motherfucking shit.
had no daddy. But no, I think that the main thing with me would be like money wise. I did not know that I had to save that much, and I started late. I started around a couple years after. I mean, I maintained, but I did it basically maybe 2 years older than you. I was 2 years older than you when I started, and
Okay.
so yeah, but I also had some ups and major downs. So I don't know if they include the ups and the major.
No. They're not factoring in any of that. It's just like you live in a vacuum. It's a perfect world. Inflation's not going to go up. There's not going to be a hike in the cost of living. This is just like like I said, a kind of encapsulated scenario.
That's unrealistic. That's unrealistic. And that's fucking retarded.
Yeah, well, I'm like,
you can't say retarded. That's retarded.
It's mentally ill.
Yes, mentally ill.
And I just want to reach out to the audience out there too, and just, is anybody in a position where they could save 2-3 G's a month? I mean, I know people who are,
Not me.
right? I have people in my network who are wealthy, to be honest, like dumb wealthy, like.
No, he got
could buy me. You know what I'm saying?
He got some people that are stacked up and caked up, but
the average Joe, which is I know much more of those type of people. I'm like, who is really able to save?
Are you in that position, Pedro? Are you in the position where you have like, do you got right now? Do you got $250,000 in the bank? Because at your age,
I stopped counting after 200,000. I really did.
You just said, you know what? I don't want to brag about it.
My accountant handles that.
So
in order to save this much money,
you'd have to have $250,000.
In order to save that much money a month, I'd have to work twice the hours I do, sell my car, live in a bush,
don't eat
or
food.
a tree.
Don't eat food.
If I could afford a tent, I'll buy one. Yeah, I'd probably eat like 3, maybe 4 days a week when I'm balling on a birthday or some shit like that. And yeah, man, just pare it down to like 3 pairs of underwear, one sock, because I'm gonna have to sell the other one, and some shoes. Probably some slides, because I'm not gonna be able to afford laces.
I'd have to,
maintenance on the shoes. No, so I'm just going with slides.
Wait a minute, you want tires on your car? Yeah, I mean, no.
Oh no, I'm selling that. I'm selling all that shit.
No, I'm not even in that kind of that. You know what? I'm hoping this don't. Hey man, fuck this. This bring me down, man. Man, you giving me information.
Well, no, I mean, I think what we want to realize is that a lot of us are in the same boat. Right, a lot of us are in the same boat. Damani, is truthful about it. He can't. These are not. It's unrealistic. And like Sirius just said earlier, like one accident, stub your toe too hard, miss a week of work, see what happened. You know what I mean? Like it's.
So you'd have to say 25. I've been telling my son this shit, and he's 25, and he won't listen to me.
Hey, tell that nigga put a G a month.
You got to start at this age. His age,
Cam needs to. This is a perfect example. Cam needs to start saving $1,000 per month
to even
right now,
close to being able to retire at that.
And don't get sick and nothing bad can ever happen.
Get hit by a car. Don't
interest rates stay the same.
And then all of a sudden a rhino tip over the truck. Don't let that happen.
AJ Fitz says in America, taxes even taxed, and they also tax that.
You know what? Settle down, Tiger. He's gonna have that constant. I think he thinks some magical leprechaun gonna come down and just give him money.
$1,000 a month, Cam. $1,000 a month.
He ain't listen. So, but you know what else we need to say? But
Damani Jones can't say that. He said, "I'm trying to hustle $80 from crooked politicians." Shit. Yeah. He out here slinging his dick for less than 100.
Yeah, I know. Melina Gibson.
Melina, very funny young lady. Make sure y'all follow her, man. She used to be able to. Hey, man, things done change.
I'm not where I want to be, but I make goal of you save that.
So
much?
no other Miranda says she's not where she wants to be, but she makes a goal of saving $1,000 to $1,200 a month. Girl, If you're single, let's mingle, mama. Let's put these things together, baby. I'm looking for a sugar mama or an agave baby or something, girl. Let's go. No, but that's good. That's good. No other, Miranda. And I support you in that. That is a beautiful thing. And, you know, I want us to all, I guess, kind of get in that mindset. If you're not, even if you're not able to start, you know, thinking of ways in your life that you could start putting some money away, whether it means, you know, getting another job, working more, finding some side hustle, finally, you know, initiating your own business or whatever, you know, whatever it might be. You know, I wouldn't suggest robbing motherfuckers, so I shouldn't say whatever.
Hey man,
I know some of y'all are savage out there. I know. I saw the look in your eyes. Shane was like, "Oh, so I should."
So
I know exactly how to get this money.
What I need to do. But what we need to do is let you know that you need to follow us. That's right, Savage AF on the goddamn YouTube below. You see the YouTube below. You know what it is right there. It's scrolling right there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You subscribe to the channel. You go to the channel. You click the motherfucking bell, share it with your friends. I have been doing more and more ads on Facebook, so we're getting some new people, we're getting some good new numbers, but we can't save this money up unless you help us get to that level, and that's by giving us a cool ass thumbs up to help the algorithm make our shit get out there more like this. Give it to us. All right, and make sure you do yeah, make sure you do that. And if you can do that, and I'm talking to
oh, you motherfuckers.
I'm talking to all of y'all. Make sure you follow us on the IG at Black
Pedro
and at Comedian Shang.
That's a G on the end, y'all.
Yes, it's not Shank, it's Shang. Now, my Shangry today is just, I just saw some information I wanted to ask y'all about, and it's something that really, I really think that we were talking about police. I really think we need to really get on this. Hey! Pedro just disappeared. Hey! Now, I know y'all saying kick in the door, waving the 4-4. What I'm talking about is everybody thought, oh, you talking about Biggie? No, I'm talking about no-knock warrants. Right now, I saw this shit, but see, you didn't see that. Y'all didn't see that coming.
I didn't even see that coming.
Right now, no-knock warrants, if you look at some of the situations, for some reason, in the no-knock warrant situation, more black people are killed by people just rolling into your house, not even knocking, crazy people just coming into your house. They knock on the.
How you get hurt in my neighborhood?
Right, but I mean, if you ain't strapped or you happen to be eating some ice cream and you could just, they knock on the door and you don't know they're ready, boom, bam. But right now, they actually did a survey on no-knock warrants and how these cops roll in, tear gassing kids, and specifically for some reason that out of all the no-knock warrants that they, given to people where they just roll in on them, 25% of the people that were injured or shot and killed happen to be, I'm gonna let you guess. I'm gonna let the audience guess. I'm gonna let you guess who they are. Scandinavians? What do you think?
You get two more guesses. Okay, let me see. Martians.
Nope.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna take one more guess.
Come on.
Niggas.
Yes.
Oh, yes. We in the money.
If you look at the situation, the no-knock warrants, even though they basically said this is one of the things I want cops to work on, or the police force to work on, they need to nullify no-knock warrants. That's why right now I see how they're going about it, and they're not addressing that. That's one of the things I want Biden and I want the fucking country to acknowledge, because a lot of these no-knock warrants where they kick in the door, waving the 4-4, are bullshit. They're unconstitutional and they full of shit. And yet, that is what it is. There is situation after situation. Older woman, 96 years old, was shot with a no-knock warrant, and they rolled in and blasted her, and they thought she had something in her hand. Guess what it was? It was a spatula. She was making fucking breakfast, you bitches. I'm so sick of this bullshit. So right now, We need to nullify no-knock warrants and make sure that we actually address it when we're talking about the reform of and the reimagining of police. And if you think I'm bullshitting, you can check the stats. It's crazy. How many people were killed and injured? There was these little kids, they tear gassed. And they were like, oh shit, wrong house. It was the wrong fucking house. So I'm telling you, no more of this shit. Let's get this shit done because these motherfuckers ain't nothing but stormtroopers. They ain't nothing but stormtroopers.
Could you imagine you're a drug dealer sitting in your trap house and then the cops roll up on your neighbor and you just looking out the window like, I knew them niggas was up to something. And they were supposed to be at your house, but you just like,
so
I knew that old bitch was doing something, not just cooking breakfast.
Look at how many people. Somebody said Polynesians. Sirius just said Polynesians.
Very close.
No, and before we get up out of here, because we got one more minute. The way my doors are set up, I'll have enough time to make the beds lock and load and make it in on the news.
Make it on the news. All right, AJ, he's got a plan.
Okay.
The man's running drills at his house. He just be sitting there like 3, 2, 1, go.
Pedro's never been over here, but you can't do that at my place. It'd be very difficult to get in my place. But that's one of the things I've noticed. They're not mentioning that as much. They're not mentioning, and look at the Breonna Taylor situation, but look, they're not mentioning the no-knock warrants have to be addressed and the percentage of Black people compared to Black people that are killed in this country from no-knock warrants, where they come in shooting or they come in like on some stormtrooper shit. And these kids, this is last week. Some of these kids, they didn't kill anybody, but they did a no-knock warrant. They rolled in, they came in, and there was little kids there, and they tear gassed first. So these kids were really fucked up over it, and now they're literally traumatized forever.
Yeah,
forever. So if we're gonna reform shit, let's reform that. That's all I'm saying. I'm just putting that out there in the air. And that's one of the things. And no, it wasn't Polynesians. It wasn't.
But we do have some lovely parting gifts for you. Thank you for playing.
But you gave it a shot.
Yes. Thank you for playing another edition of No Knock Negroes. This is Savage AF. Fuck your feelings, facts matter, man. That's your Shangry for today. That's your show for today, guys.
That's the show for today.
We will be back tomorrow on Hump Day for you, 3 p.m. Pacific
Hump
Standard
Day.
Same time, same place. Make sure you stick with us, guys. Rule number 1, stay Black if you are. Rule number 2, don't be Black if you're not. Right? Leave it to the professionals.
Very important. Number 3, let them know. Let them know.
Keep your fingers out your nose.
And your butthole. Yeah.
In that order.